Ashawnya.
What up guys, it's Ashawnya and I'm here with another video. I am here at River Road. I'm going to 92.9 fireworks, and then later on I'm gonna go to 95.3 hot 95.3, so just stay.
Whoa, testing 1, 2.
Raise, and she is in studio. Happy crossover, Ashawnya.
Hi.
Welcome, welcome. And Alana is on her left, your right, as you look at your radio, and she's wearing white with black polka dots if you have HD. And Ashawnya has black and white stripes, with the black stripe more dominant. Alana, welcome.
Hi.
Now, Ashawnya, you are a former finalist in Party Monarch.
Yes, please.
And you got one song this year?
Yes, I do.
Just like the Pelican Clarke people, you got one song, but you guys always had one song. Tell us about Raise.
Well, Raise is about basically what happened to me last year at Party Monarch, because when I first came onto the stage, you could not hear me. Like
That is true.
My mic was completely low, and to be honest with you, I didn't know until I got off stage, because the speakers that were facing me was on, so I could hear myself fully. It's only when I got off then people were like, you know, you can't hear you though, and it was just like, for true. So the song is about raising my microphone, and I also have other aspects like, you know, raise your hand, and a lot of people are actually interpreting it as a raise of pay, raise of salary.
In 2019?
Yeah.
Is that what you're asking for?
No, but like everybody is saying, you know, they gotta play this song for their boss, and I'm just like, okay, so it has two meanings, I guess.
And who wrote the song?
Ian Graves.
That's
and
the man
Darren
who wrote Hold Your Bam Bam and quite a few hits for Slyla, right? And he wrote Snakes for Karoo. Let's not forget that. 1995, great song. How old were you in 1995?
I wasn't born.
You were? Kevin, we're getting on here. The artists are that young or we are that old? Which one?
Right, 1995 is a long. 1995 is
24 years ago. It's not that long.
She left that school
I was 13.
She done just school.
I was 13 then.
in 95.
Yeah, man.
You die young?
No.
What?
I'm just trying to bring myself closer
Oh,
to the age
you know how me
bracket.
real good. You know how me real good. You know how me real trick, yeah.
So Ashawnya,
Yes,
you've been to Party Monarch final before. This year, you got quick tempo and slow tempo together. How do you feel about that?
Well, I feel confident about it. I have been getting positive feedback, and I am confident about the song. I've entered it into the competition again.
But I must tell you that your performance at Bushy Park, in spite of that challenge, was a very good one.
Thank you.
Very good one. And I think that people who were there certainly identified you as one that had the potential to be back there again. And not just turn up every 12 months during Crop Over, but to have a future in music. Have a future in music. Tell us about your background before Soca though.
Well, before Soca, I used to only sing ballad music, but it was more of on the gospel side.
Oh, no, bad music or ballad?
Ballad.
It sounded like you said bad music. I don't know how you can sing bad music on the gospel side. That you know, that would be strange.
I meant ballad. So I first sang in front of a congregation for the first time
Where?
at the age of 11. I was at church,
Which
New
church?
Dimensions Ministries.
Bishop Holford, right?
Yes,
Good
and I
church.
sang Alabaster Box, and I
CC
actually,
Rhymes.
I received the standing ovation. It was overwhelming for me because I was really nervous, because this is your first time, everybody's staring at you, and
you know you're singing in church with a man that is a master of music, a man that doesn't let anybody get the microphone. You really feel like you got to sing in New Dimension Ministry? No. You go back there.
You already yet.
You no. You go back there, Brother Clarke. Yeah. So for you to get the mic in New Dimensions Ministries, you have to be able to sing well. Let's be clear for all of you people out there that do not know what we're talking about and where we're talking about. We're talking standards. Go ahead, continue.
And then I went to Alexandra School, and then there I joined the choir, and I was singing with Mistress Clarke.
Wow.
Yes. And then I was selected out of the choir to have, like, because we had this thing called the Beacon Select. So it was a small group of us, sometimes 6, sometimes 5, depending on, you know, when people graduate, some drop off. And then we would sing at different events. We sang at NIFCA. We won so much different awards.
It's
we were
true.
loved.
It's true.
That was so much fun. Then I moved on to Parkinson for 1 year, where I met Sheldon Hope and Randy Eastman.
Wow.
And they changed my genre of music, because then I was singing all genres. Before I was only singing gospel at the Alexandra School, but then there I was singing more. I was at everything, dub, soca, you name it. There was everything I was singing. There wasn't anything that I wasn't singing. And then after I left school, somehow I was on the beach with my mommy and I was singing. So then this guy, because that's who he was to me at first, by the name of Darren Grant, he literally saw me on the beach and I was walking and I was singing. Then he said, sing that tune again. And in my mind, I was like, who's this random guy asking me to sing this thing again? So I still sang it, and then we exchanged numbers because he told me he was a producer and he had a studio and whatnot. And then it went from there the following year, because the following year he contacted me and then he was like, you know, I got this song for you to sing. And it was so spontaneous, and I literally went the same day, recorded the song, the background vocals, everything all in that one day, and the song was out. And that was basically my journey.
So, what have you learned from your experience today, especially coming through Bushy Park? And it was a great final because you had some of the best artists in that final too.
Yes, I basically learned to, I learned a lot from like the different artists telling me, you know, what to do, what not to do, the things that you can improve on. I like constructive criticism. You know, people are gonna constantly tell you, well, you know, you sound good, them is your friends. Like, but I like to hear more from the people who not so close to you.
Are they really your friends if they always tell you you sound good? I mean, you sound good, so they're most probably saying, well, don't give me licks for not saying the truth, you know?
I understand what you mean, but like, you know, your friends are gonna hype you up regardless. Well, then again, I get what you're saying.
No, they're not. Not your real friends.
Not your real friends, it's true. I would say probably like friends.
So this year you have you registered for the Soca Monarch already?
Yes, I have.
New location, would you love to be there? Botanical Gardens, a part of history in that final?
Yeah, I would, honestly.
You're coming up against Blood and Rick, and basically same people that you were up against before.
Yes, please.
And what about additional songs this year?
I don't have any other songs this year.
You're just going with this one?
Just this one.
Where can we see you perform outside of the Soca Monarch competition?
Well, as gigs come along, possibly I may be at Soca on the Hill. That's pending. I've been working on it. And possibly other gigs that come up along the way. I'm not sure as yet.
How do you, as a young female artist, especially in light of what Sluggy was saying, that it could be perceived that female artists have a harder time getting forward, in inverted commas, than male artists do. How do you get your music out there? How do you get to perform at different events? What
I basically do, because I have a YouTube channel where I vlog my life and I put my life up. And that channel is Adventures with Ashawnya. So if you want to check that out, you can check that out on YouTube. I vlog my life and I put it there, and I basically meet lots of people from there, and I got a lot of my fans from there actually. So they actually got to meet the real me and not like, you know, the artist Ashawnya. But then I go to like different events, because there was just a show from Marsville. Last year there was Shakil's birthday, and I go to those events and I meet people. I met Shaf when I went to the Marsville event. I met a good set of producers, a good set of DJs, and I basically mingle with them. I talk to them, I get their contact, I stay in close contact, and that's basically what I do.
How often do you practice? Because your voice is an instrument. We have a world-class vocal teacher here. You must, of course, you've worked with Sluggy
Yes,
before.
I have.
but he's not around you 24 hours a day. Neither is Randy, neither is Sheldon. What do you do to maintain your voice? During
the day, I would sing, you know, do warm-ups. Sometimes when I'm in the bath, because sometimes you don't have, you know, all the time in the day to do different stuff, because I do multiple stuff. But in the bath you have a lot of time, and I basically just do vocal warm-ups and practices in there. I even play my song Constant now and listen to it, see what I can do, where to do it, so that I know whenever I got to perform it, I know how to do it.
Who are the international artists, local and regional artists that you look up to?
Well, I love Patrice, I love Alison Hines, and outside of the Soca, I love Fantasia. I just love how she performs on stage and just kicks her shoes off. Like, there's so much soul to that girl. I had always loved her, and I love Jennifer Hudson's music as well, because my voice does relate to her when I'm singing on the ballad side. Had to say the ballad like that so it don't sound like bad.
Yeah.
But,
nothing bad about what you sing at all. All right. Well, thank you for coming through. You're here with your colleague. We've got Ashawnya and we've got Alana. So let's hear Alana before we speak with.
Last year I met out on road, but this year